Hello guys, my name is Amit Sani and I welcome you in this daily PIB analysis video. In the evening these videos come, in the morning the Hindu analysis videos come, both in Hindi and English, and the PDF you get on the Telegram channel and on my Facebook group of Amit Sani Group for IAS Preparation. So there I upload these PDF daily, morning and evening, and some important data is there. Let's discuss that. Before that, these are the numbers there you can call and you can ask for these pen drive courses by Study IQ. Many courses, they are updated one and these are newly launched, and certainly they are going to help you in these examinations, and time is nearing very fast, so be consistent with these things, and certainly these courses are going to help. Next, the MCQs that I gave to you yesterday. Shri Narendra Modi launched the Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Manthan Yojana. Yesterday he launched it in Vastral, that is in Gujarat, not in Madhya Pradesh. So this statement is wrong, and it is for the unorganized sector. As I told you, for 42 crore workers who are working in the unorganized sector and various small industries, small work areas, and the salary should be less than 50,000 rupees, so they are going to be benefited out of it. The reverse symbol I created here. Next, the D is going to be the answer. So the monthly income should be less than 15,000 rupees. Next, Al Naga is between India and Oman. None of them is right, so D is the answer. India and Oman, remember this. Next, Azadi Ke Diwane as the 5th museum in the Red Fort complex of New Delhi. It was inaugurated, and to raise this patriotic fever and to make aware the young generation of India about the sacrifices made by these freedom fighters. So for that this was inaugurated as the 5th museum in the Red Fort complex. So D, none is the answer here. Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers data. Jan Aushadhi Yojana is there, and as I told you many times that for the generic medicines, these stores are working all over the country. Right now, more than 5,000 Aushadhi stores are working across 652 districts, and you see there are blocks in these districts, but not in all the blocks these stores are there. So they are targeting by 2020 that all blocks in all these districts, they will have at least one Jan Aushadhi store. And as I told you, for crucial medicines, they are availing to the poor people, and these are cheap medicines, mainly the generic medicines stores these are. And the Yojana is Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana. So that's important. And 7th of March everywhere is going to be celebrated as Jan Aushadhi Divas. Okay, 7th of March it is going to be celebrated. I think it is for the 2019 year, and later they will tell about it. Next, Ministry of Commerce and Industry data. The NABL, National Accreditation Board for certification and calibrating these laboratories. This particular board is there. It is working under the Quality Council of India. Quality Council of India is an autonomous organization, and they all are under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry mainly. But Quality Council of India is actually an autonomous organization, and a very important one. It was asked in 2017 prelims also, because it did the survection for Swachhata Abhiyan, and this NABL is actually for these laboratories and particular quality assessment programs. So now some days back, in the last month I think, we discussed that NABL was proposing some hospital accreditation, and for the entry level hospitalization, hospitals, they are setting some standards. So now they are setting standards for these laboratories. The basic doable quality practices, they should be present there in these labs, because you see many small labs are working all over the country, all over the districts, but the quality is the huge issue there, that these are reliable or not. So if they are following a particular standard, a set standard, a global standard, as ISO 15189 is a particular benchmark accreditation for that. If they can achieve this particular standard, then certainly it is going to be a game-changing situation for the healthcare sector of India. And if these labs are there, then these are the biggest help for these wellness centers also, which are going to be there till 2022 in the numbers of 1.5 lakh. All these sub centers and primary health centers, they are going to be converted into wellness centers under this Ayushman Bharat Jan Arogya Yojana. So it is going to be the biggest addition, biggest help there. And this particular standard for their quality and for their particular assurance of these quality. So this NABL is now starting this quality assurance scheme, and certification would be certainly given for these labs, and basic composite and medical laboratories entry level. is the component here which they are going to follow, and they will be using a distinct symbol for the compliance also, and certificate of compliance is also going to be given to them. And remember this ISO 15189, remember this benchmark accreditation. UPSC may ask you regarding this because it is according to the International Standard Organization. It is not India's standard, it is global standard. So they are targeting there. And much support for the Ayushman Bharat scheme, and NABL is a constituent board of the Quality Council of India, as I told you. Okay. And these labs, these are going to be registered under the Clinical Establishment Act. Okay. Right now 11 states and all union territories, there this act is being implemented, but now they are targeting all over the country that this Clinical Establishment Act would be followed, and these labs are going to be registered under it, and they are targeting 5,000 laboratories over the next 5 years. So it's going to be a game-changing step if it is executed properly. Next, Ministry of Science and Technology data. K. Vijay Raghavan, who is a principal scientific advisor to the government of India, and he gave these details that 9 national missions are going to be there, and these are guided by the Prime Minister's Science and Technology and Innovation Advisory Council, that is also working, and they are targeting very updated and new age missions for India, and these are going to be the national missions. These are going to be related with the artificial intelligence and innovation ecosystem, and biodiversity, bioscience for health, and these are regarding electric vehicles, and there are some other updated areas also, the quantum science and all. So these are all going to give new age solutions. So it is going to be digital revolution, and these 9 science and technology missions are going to focus on science for people and people for science. That is the main theme here. So this data is given here, and this is the link where all the details of these 9 missions are there. As I told you, these are the main headings, and you can read about them. And each mission is being led by a lead ministry and will engage international and national institutional partners, young scientists and industry also. So that's important. Next data is from Ministry of Defense, Permanent Commission to Women, as it is in much focus these days that equality in the forces, that is demanded again and again by the women groups, and certainly it should be there. Many countries, they have equal participation of the women also in forces, but this is some difficult situation for the Indian Army when they did not consider women as competent. But now things are changing. In the Air Force, all branches including fighter pilots are now open for women officers. That was announced way back. And in Indian Navy also, all non-sea-going branches cadre specialization have been opened for induction of women officers through short service commission, but only through short service commissions. And in addition to education law and naval constructor branch, women SSC officers have been made eligible for grant of permanent commission also. So not in all the categories permanent commissions are allowed, but certainly they are going to upgrade these things, and permanent commission would be open in all the branches in Indian Navy after the induction of training ships for them. So that's on the list. And next, regarding the Indian Army, there the biggest problem remains existing 2 streams of Judge Advocate General and Army Education Corps. These are allowing permanent commission. Apart from that, now they are going to add 8 more. So 10 branches now where women are inducted for short service commission, their permanent commission would be granted. And these particular 8 branches would be signals, engineers, Army Aviation, Air Defense, Electronics, Mechanical Engineer, Army Service Corps, and Army Ordnance Corps, and Intelligence also. So they are all going to be open for women. So that's good news. And next, Ministry of Finance data, India and World Bank signed $250 million agreement for a national rural economic transformation project. So rural economic transformation, and you see women and self-help groups, these are the biggest stakeholder who can actually change the economic scenario of rural areas. So they are the main focus here. And you see already an NRLP, National Rural Livelihood Project, that was approved in 2011 by World Bank, that is going on. So $500 million they have given for that, and these are additional $250 million agreement. And this is going to be a total shift and new generation of economic activities and initiatives, they are going to be started both in farms and non-farm products category. So they are targeting these women entrepreneurs and the businesses or the farming areas, farming initiatives which are women owned and women led enterprises. They are going to promote through it. So that's important. And World Bank is the organization here, remember this, that gives developmental finances on the low interest rates. Next, Ministry of Finance data, again the loan agreement with the World Bank again for the Uttarakhand state, and government of Uttarakhand is being supported here under Uttarakhand Disaster Recovery Project. You see, in 2013 the major floods and cloudburst happened in Uttarakhand and total devastation happened, and after that till now they have restored 2,000 permanent houses, 23 public buildings and 1,300 kilometer roads and bridges. These are completed under this particular recovery project, and additional $96 million these are going to be given by World Bank here. So this is additional help by the important organization of the world. Next, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship data. MOU has been signed between Vishwakarma Skill University, which is there in Gurugram near Delhi, and National Institute of Technical Teachers and Training in Research, NITTR, and the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Three important stakeholders are there, and this MOU is actually targeting and focusing the vocational education and the training of teachers and these technical courses. These are the main focus here. The problem of employment is the biggest problem for the young India, and the maximum number of young people are there in India today, and most of them are educated and they all are demanding jobs. So it is very tough for the government to fulfill this object. So they are trying their best to avail all these opportunities, and these MOUs and all these initiatives, these are consistently being launched by ministries of HRD and Skill Development and Entrepreneurship Ministry and other ministries also. So this is it for today, and these are the MCQs. Try their answers in the comment section, and let's discuss them tomorrow. And these are going to be very, very crucial, directly or indirectly, in the prelims examination this year. And this is the group where I upload these PDFs both for Hindu analysis and this PIB data. Thanks a lot. Keep watching. Send me a request, I would approve. Thanks a lot.